allow the two children to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
And she
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Maiyegun live, and it is midday too. I am yet to actually see the rage or reaction to the news that the kidnapping of school children that took place in Kaduna yesterday was in fact underreported. I'll tell you what I have heard. Thiefnubu or his government is, they are actually yet to make a statement. Can you believe that? Today is International Women's Day. Agbeke reminded me of that this morning, and then would want me to mention that in my program, and I've decided that, of course, the victims of terrorism in Nigeria, the victims of oppression in Nigeria have been mostly women and children, especially girls. And today, as you are remembering and appreciating all the beautiful, wonderful women in your lives, I'm talking about even your girls, right? Let us also remember those who are facing serious persecution of, different persecutions in Nigeria right now and all over the world. right? And those who are actually facing death, like those we are reporting on today. Thank you for joining me. Read the caption of the broadcast. The description is brief, but the line is going to be opened. Everyone is welcome to join by phoning in. You too can contribute. Thank you. Right now, if you are watching me on Facebook or YouTube, you have this image on your screen. Remember this image. Bring back our children will be the new one. Today. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is noon here in Glasgow, east end of Glasgow, right from the Diaspora Radio International, Maiyegun's Diary Political studio in Glasgow. So thanks so much for joining me. Now, yesterday, in fact, it's been like 48 hours that mass kidnapping of Nigerians took place, and there is no single word from Kolu or anybody from his government. It was pretty much like everybody will move on as usual. The outsiders are reacting to the news like, how could they kidnap nearly 300 school children? And Nigeria is like calm. Everyone seems to just be minding their business, moving on like nothing actually happened. Well, you might be moving on or feel like unconcerned. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do, right? But at least you are not the victim yet, Abi. I bet it that these families, they probably never envisaged that they too will become the victim now. But for those who are smart enough, the Nigeria bad governance and the consequences of bad governance, right, is now the turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited. Everybody will receive their own shege. I do not wish this on even my worst enemies, okay? Let's go see the reactions of the families of school children that were kidnapped. Now, before we even get to that, again, if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, you should have this picture on your screen, right? You see this these two images. They tell the whole story of what happened in Kaduna, okay? These two, the first image is where the sandals, shoes of the kidnapped school children in Kaduna. This is what is left of them. On the right were those who were not so lucky. They were gunned down by the terrorists during the abduction process. It lasted for hours from the report we heard. It started from 8:30 in the morning, and it did not finish. They did not finish the whole operation of kidnapping all those children until about maybe 2 in the afternoon. No single rescue was sent their way. Listen to the parents. Like distraught parents. Listen.
Please help us. We beg you in the name of God. Where is our president? Where is our governor? Please don't let them take them away from us. Please follow them to the forest and rescue our loved ones. In some families, 7 members were kidnapped. Another 5 were taken.
After receiving reports of a bandit attack on a primary and secondary school in Kaduna, Governor Obasanjo led a delegation to Kuriga village in Chikun local government to get first-hand information of the incident. Narrating the tragic incident to the governor, a teacher in the school says at GSS Kuriga, 187 students are presently missing, while in the primary school, 125 pupils were initially missing, but 25 returned home.
I resumed to the school today at exactly 7:47 a.m. I entered the acting principal's office and signed. All of a sudden, the acting principal asked me to look at my back, and when I turned, we discovered that bandits had surrounded the school premises. We became confused. We didn't know where to go. Then bandits asked us to enter the bush. We obeyed them. Because there were many and the pupils were about 700 were following us. So when we entered the bush, I was lucky to escape alongside many other people. So I returned to the village and reported what happened to the community. Immediately, our vigilante and personnel of Cadvis followed the bandits, but the vigilante did not succeed. In fact, the bandit killed one of the vigilante. We just buried him a while ago. It was when we came back from that pursuit that we briefed the village head and we started making efforts to know the actual number of pupils and teachers that were taken by bandits. At GSS Kuriga, 187 students are presently missing. In the primary school, 125 pupils were initially missing, but 25 of them escaped and returned home.
An emotional chief of Kuriga town laments the insecurity in the area and appeals to the governor to assist in the deployment of troops to secure lives and property. While addressing the community, Governor Obasani sympathized with the parents and families of the abducted students, although he says the figures of those abducted is still sketchy. However, he is working tirelessly to ensure that those abducted regain their freedom unhurt.
We have not been able to know the number of the children or the students that have been kidnapped. But what I can say here is that by the grace of God, under my able leadership, we will try as much as possible to ensure that every child return by the grace of God, inshallah. We are doing our best. I'm going to work with the community leaders. I want to work with the traditional rulers here, as well as the youth, to ensure that every child return back home by the grace of God.
Residents of Kuriga village troop out in their numbers to cheer the governor for coming to identify with them promptly. They also commend him for promising to build a police station in the community.
At least you heard these reports now. That gives you the full context of what it is like in that area. You see, I keep reminding you, everyone who care to listen, that Nigeria has lost it. These criminals that you have at the helms of affair in Nigeria, they do not have any clue of how to get you out of this. Because partly they are neck deep in this entire mess. Half of northern Nigeria is no longer under Nigeria. I will keep reminding all of you that there are so many places in northern Nigeria that they have assigned as ungoverned areas. Yes, they've gazetted them unofficially though, that they have withdrawn every presence of the government of Nigeria authority in those areas. They have what? They have withdrawn them. Everybody still there that still thinks they are part of Nigeria are deluding themselves. Mind you, there are so many of them who have actually accepted their fate. They are already paying taxes for protection. They are paying taxes to the terrorists that have taken over their communities. In some places, they do not even have any presence of any police station anymore. In some areas, police stations are shutting down at 4 p.m. for security reasons, because the terrorists, before they attack any community, they will first go to the nearest police post, kill everybody on sight, burn the place down, take their guns, then head straight. So when this was happening and Nigeria was actually losing so many policemen, they started leaving those areas for the terrorists, and they called them ungoverned areas. Yes, ungoverned areas. And ungoverned areas And like just gradually like that, many places are being ceded to the full control of the terrorists. Okay? You will read the news, so you hear that, oh, they attacked this village. That's the least you hear from that, Abby. Oh, people have been displaced. Oh, they have now moved to refugee camp and the rest of that. That's the least you hear. But after that, what they do is that these people commit crimes. They stay in the crime scene. Okay? In some places, they renamed in Kaduna, this Kaduna, under El Rufaya, when they ransack village, kill people in the village, and the people, those who escape, run straight to the IDP camp, refugee camps. These terrorists will take over the place, and they rename the place, appoint their own emir in Kaduna. So, Fulani terrorists came into a community government school or government school. They kidnapped, as so far so good, they said they have confirmed that 287. That teacher who said some of them, they just had to follow them with other 700 school children. 700, Baba. Imagine. I'm not sure, say the Israelites who left Egypt, I'm not sure if they reached 700. I've been at 7, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine what 700 is. There's children like that. And they could be moved undetected until they moved them straight deeper into the jungle. And they kept 287 of them. The numbers of school teachers kidnapped, we don't know yet. But we've confirmed that they killed a vigilante. And 3 other school children were killed. Normally, the official report is saying one child was killed. No. 3. And that is just what we have been told so far. We do not know if there are more. The government of Nigeria is yet to say anything, but here is what Remi Tinubu had to say. Listen, just like a patient, you remember patient? I'm coming. I'm going to try and show that to you now. One sec.
Whoever is kidnapping young people is sick, cruel, and a coward. Yes. Enough is enough. And I call on the state governors that once we take hold of them, they deserve capital punishment. Why don't they take people their size? Why are they torturing our children? What they are doing is trying to kill our future. We all know parents, when we are old, we rely on our children, and we see them that our investment has not gone to waste, especially when they're successful. Why would you go and take them from schools? Why? I don't really know. But right now, I think enough is enough. As a former lawmaker, I believe that any one of them captured deserve capital punishment. Yes. I say it, and I believe most mothers would believe that. Yes. We carry them for 9 months. When you are giving back, you don't know whether you are going to live or die. Yes. And you don't watch what you love being snuffed away. I watched a lion having cubs. Just going there to look at the cubs, I see how territorial we are. You can't even touch their children. And once they know they are big enough, they can smell you, they don't want you around them. If animals can do that, what about us? So they are animals, they are evil, and then we should take them out among our midst, wherever they come from. And the state governors should do something, and the lawmakers, especially the law.
You hear the mad woman? Security in Nigeria, our invalid husband, thiefnubu, is the commander, the grand commander of the Nigeria Armed Forces. I what they call that thing. That's what they do. And it is actually an irresponsible place, led by APC, Egbekegbe. By their law. Now the president, they control all the security. Whatever it tells them is what they will do. Sure you get now. However, they also say, oh, the state governors are the chief security officers of their state, which means all security is local. So therefore, let the people organize their own security and pay for it or something like that. And if they are overwhelmed, they will now bring the federal forces. That was supposed to be their law. So by that law, they now allowed the state governors to take what is called security votes. So security votes is the money that the governor can take and spend on providing security. But the governor that they allowed to take money to fund providing security, the same governor, he has no troop, a general without troop. Here you get. So what has the state governor been doing? What have they been doing? They just take the security vote, share the money, call the those who are representing Navy, representing Air Force, so military. I mean, so representing the soldiers, which is the army rather, representing the army, representing the police. They will call them to a meeting. They will even call the traditional rulers, and then they will give them peanuts. Officer, here is your own 1.5 million naira. Yeah, 2 million. Yeah, 10 million. You 15 million. You 20 million. You 3 million. So when they share the money, the governor can keep the rest. So when you now have insecurity in their states, they will now be asking the president or and say, come and help us. So what they use that for is that when they pay all these people, the governor can ask the police to kidnap you for saying anything against him. He can use the army to chase all of you out of your land if he wants to take over your land. Here you get. So what they use, the rest of the money, he can do fuck all with it. Here you get. So the state governors that are taking unaccounted for security votes, they do not have any troop. They do not have any army or anything. But they have money. They were taking money that was supposed to be spent on those, providing that local security. But they are spending it. The Abuja useless, contraption headquarters. Those ones there is also about money. So then they will be like, providing security for the whole Nigeria, the budget is 5 trillion naira. And then they will buy weapons. Okay? Then the real local reason why terrorism is an industry in Nigeria will kick in, because there is no political will to do anything. So you saw with Remi there. Remi pointedly removed her invalid husband, Kolu, from the whole picture. She was blaming the terrorists for kidnapping children. Why are they taking children? Boko Haram terrorists, Fulani terrorists, all their sponsors, they are inside APC, the jihadist party, Al-Qaeda People's Congress. They are inside there. They know themselves. They do not have the political will to kill the source. But they will rather continue to pretend to be trimming the branches of this evil called terrorism. Kind of, like I said, she's not even like that of Peshe, because Peshe one was like a bit more kind of look like it's real, as comical as it was. I'll show you. When the Chibok girls were kidnapped, before you had the Dapchi, before you have Kankara, before you have Kajuru, and all this other, even what's that one called again? The School of Science and whatever in Kaduna. We have had different massive school kidnappings after this one, but the first of its kind. This was Peshe's reaction. I don't know if you remember this.
Shay, help us, help us. There is God. There is God, 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 God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 There is God.
Oh, Peshe, a lot of people mocked her. We did not know that she was somehow crying for Nigerians that these people that are sharing blood, this blood that you are sharing, APC, Egbekegbe sponsored terrorism in Nigeria for power. It got so sweeter, they did not plan for governance. They didn't plan for governance. They were propagandists. The people that can build castle, specialists who build castles in the air, they told you a lot and they gave you nothing but death. Now poverty, and on and on. When is it going to end? They do not have empathy, sympathy, or any human feeling, but to prey on you, on your weaknesses, feast on you, just like parasites. They are leeches, and they always will kill their host. APC, Egbekegbe, will break up Nigeria. And to some of us, it be like saying they are doing the Lord's work. Today, in the midst of the whole melee, thiefnubu announced Gandollar, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano. Gandollar, who happened now to be the chairman of APC. Egbekegbe, his son, is now the Nigeria director for the Rural Electrification Agency. That's the son. I told some of you about Bakus, social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, Buhari Deans, Buhari Didiris, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Digatus, Buhari Shukus, Ngozi Harris, Nneka Harris, sophisticated morons, humbled slaves, voluntary slaves, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, all risers, the Sai barbarians, the bat idioti, the bat starts, and the rest of your uncles and aunties abroad, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. I will continue to remind you that the real people that are the owners and the beneficiary of the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, APC, Egbekegbe, then they Abuja, you, they Facebook, they tell people that they will cry for 8 years. They will tears for so years. Yet you are starving, hungry. Some of you are already raving mad. At the end of the day, you will be waiting for your crumbs. The children of thieves, the children of your oppressors, after using your money, stolen money, giving their wards the best education they claim, education, we do they add anything? Of course. Why the rest of you are waiting for the police recruits, waiting for the NSEDC, civil defense, and sometimes when they would need some of you, in fact, those of you screaming, Ebim power, call who that promised you 50 million youths to recruit you into the army. Agbado, you know, see. Ewa, you know, see. All this, you know, see. In the news, you are reading their children taking over sport, not because they are qualified, just because they share the last name with the rogues that have kept you in the chains. Womi Dada, I will continue to remind you, believe me, those who claim to be the owners of Nigeria, the real Nigerians, not you, the serfs. I'm talking about the masters, your masters. Their children doesn't have to actually qualify for anything. It will always be there for them. Yes, the Agbadorians. See, I don't complain, because I don't have to. Now waiting I see how they share. You hear me? So yes, Gandollar, few days ago, got a judgment from the Nigerian court that said, listen, nobody must touch him. That you saw him stuffing his agbada, his babanriga, with dollars that are kickbacks from the road contract that he inflated and awarded to his pals, contractors, and the anyway, the Emilocons of this world, the Ebim powers of this world, the real owners, the real APC, those who are actually indeed benefiting from what they told you would benefit from are their children. You can watch them from far. As you are serving their fathers, their mothers, you shall serve their children. And their children are already being positioned anyway. And what would you get? 33% of you jobless, beggars, Ebim power crooners, and the rest of you call you as a solution. Just pray they remember you. Nigeria is bleeding. Nigeria is dying. If you care so much about Nigeria, I want you to call on Kolu to execute this plan. Recruits.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand as consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
That is, you can actually repair a tractor in the farm. See, on TikTok, yeah, there is, because they've told me that before. See, everybody listening, right? They've told me that before, that there are some, that if you go onto TikTok, there are actually the army of unfortunate Agbadorians there. I'm talking about the suffering and smiling sewage dwellers, okay? Who are like, Emilocon this, Emilocon that. So while I was playing that clip, right? So one of them now came and said, we know that you feed from the negativity of Nigeria. And I'm like, oh, so you actually know that your criminal leaders, they produces negativities, Abi. But what you don't care about is that negativity is not negativity. It's called bad governance. Don't call it negativity. It's called bad governance. You are horrible people, okay, who thinks they are hurting people while they are hurting themselves. You are destroying your lives. And you do not care because you think, well, what do you even have? Majority of you don't really have real lives. Let's be honest. I mean, it is not as if they have created a different economy for you that is pretty much better. So I said, if Maiyegun is feeding from the failure of your criminal leaders, is it Maiyegun that you would have to face? Or you should use your own energy. Use that energy to tell us all the good things, all of the great things, life impactful decisions and policies of APC. At least you can be hide. Nobody can hide that. Some of you have tried in the past thinking you could manufacture lies by blaming people for the criminality of the rogues, the Olori Brukus that you are attached to. And mind you, if there is anything good that people are not seeing and you are seeing it, how about you start telling us and you to start making money from that? I mean, I'm just saying, a lot of people would like to know the good things that APC Egbekegbe represents. Remember that people are not really asking for too much. No, people are not asking for too much. People are asking for equity, justice, and fairness. Fairness in dispensing justice, equity. These are what people are asking for. Majority of people just want to leave. But the criminals, successive criminals and their enablers in Nigeria, they have denied you that. Economy is in shambles. Trillions of your money have been stolen by the people that we know. But because many of you, the Abobakus, the Olori Buruku Agbadoriansi, the Dabi Mushida, bastards, you love your criminal oppressors differently. I do not have love for them. So it is not going to be, it hasn't been easier for a lot of you. I mean, I remember they used to pay some of you to go and lie on social media. To go and, in fact, it was so rampant that you were using fake pictures, fake this, fake that, to describe non-existing projects inside Nigeria. When the whole place got fumigated, you Olori Brukus resorted into mudslinging and then, gaslighting. It never really worked. The reality is this, I'll tell you. I do not support anything that exists called establishment in that contraption. And I have been very clear with my reasons. And I've been very consistent with that. It is when you are very short sight or you are narrow-minded, blind-sighted by tribe, ethnic, religion, and every other nonsense that you think you are fighting for, while your oppressors are united and do not have any difference when it comes to all of this. You are dying. Generations are dying. Generations are being born into poverty. Generations are dying in that poverty. More generations will die in that poverty because of the selfishness of this minute few. So if you call that feeding from the negativity, I am actually encouraging the moment when this will consume you and burn you down, when the entire establishment will go down, you will go down with them. Those of you who admires it, those of you who have been enabling it. The last time I was saying something like this, I said, if anybody comes to you, any deceiver comes to you and say, pray for Nigeria. We need to pray for Nigeria. I said, if it is inside your church, remove your shoe and throw it and flung it at their face. Yes. And come around here and seek help. We will support you. So I got a message from a very darling person of mine. He wanted me to put out a sort of a caveat to say, oh, I'm not encouraging you to be violent, this or that. No, I'm not. I'm not encouraging you to be violent. Do you get that? Well, yes, remove that shoe. When they come closer to you, flung it on their face. That's not violence. That's you trying to protect your own space before you get infected by that, by the mind of an idiot that will ignore facts and be praying that his fiction should come to reality. Remove your shoes and flung it at their faces. That's not violence. Trust me. Because the point here is this. There are those who have sort of sworn to maintain the status quo on its own, that they endangers not just the lives of those ignorant ones who probably don't think, including the lives of those of us who never wanted to be part of this in any way. If we are given that choice, we know if they won't give us that choice, we will take that choice at some point. You get that? So here is the real issue. A lot of us who do not actually support or wanted to be part of any of these are victims of this too. Nobody is spared. We are watching businesses die. We are watching families torn apart. We are watching our people depreciating economically every now and then. We are watching our women, our girls being abused, assaulted in a system that gives them nothing, but pretty much would like to keep them as prizes. So we're watching all of that. None of this is positive. They are all negatives. Negatives that impact in lives, and most of the time, lifetime too. We have people who are victims of kidnappings and they have been left on their own. Yes, they have been left. And in that same society, we have people who are wounded, nursing the wounds that are lifetime wounds for them. I'm talking about wounds of the heart. We have them inside the same contraption. You do not come around and begin to make that look like it's nothing, simply because you are feeding from the crumbs that probably falls from there. Call us names. We will never agree or settle for the stereotype that Nigeria represents. And to those of you who are still pretty much myopic in that space, thinking this is a tribal or ethnic or religious Olympics, and you are a champion, a bigot, it's only a dumbo, an idiot. We'll be proud in bigotry as we speak when everyone is actually receiving the badge. Everyone is receiving the bite of the failures of these criminals. And nobody should beat you and tell you how to cry. Nobody should. So if you are lucky today and you are defending thiefnubu, you won't be the first. If you are lucky enough that you are here today, you are defending APC, Egbekegbe, you will not be the first and you won't be the last. We have seen a lot before you. We will see more after you. But do you know something? We are all going to witness and watch how these criminals will finally make the dreams of people like us come true. And people like you, probably you will die heartbroken because you will see Nigeria break up. And it's not because you want it. I mean, you don't want it or because I want it. Just pay attention. There are things happening that you probably think they shouldn't be exposed or said or something. But they are happening anyway. They are happening. So whether you are for them or you are against them, the ideal thing is to know what is going on now. No amount of finger pointing, blame passing, blame game that is going to actually change the failure, the divisive, jihadist, kleptomania group of criminals called APC, and their enablers. They spell doom, destruction. You are seeing that every day, but something still tells you that maybe it's not what you think. It is what you think. Nigeria is at war with itself. Nigerians are at war with themselves. You are so dishonest that you cannot own it. Irresponsible to take responsibility. Nigeria is tearing apart. You do not have government. You do not have anyone who is patriotic to that place. There is nobody who really loves that place. You can continue to lie to yourselves. Make yourself feel like there's something to say, something still left to hold on to. It would have been a beautiful place if there is equity, fairness, justice. You have a place where you call one Nigeria. There is no country called one country anywhere in the world, even when they speak the same language, right? There's no one America. There is no one Britain. There is no one this, one that. Those are passive political statements made by politicians who mean nothing. Out of everything they say, they do not mean anything they say, right? But you do have a place where you tell yourselves, Muslims can lead Christians. Christians can lead Muslims without suspicion. You suspect yourself. We suspect ourselves. We suspect ourselves. Every given opportunity, you could tell. In so many areas, we just couldn't wait to kill ourselves. Killings, massacre, genocide. Come on, man. Ethnic cleansing. There seems to be a thing that even those who are educated will confidently justify them and tell you, yeah, now they are the ones. It has been like that for many years. Are you mad? How could that be normal? How could that not be discussed? How should that? You see, the reason why you have all these criminals succeeding so far and doing all of this is simply because none of them has any loyalty to that contraption. None. Nigeria is just their meal ticket. And as for you, you are just a fair game. You're just a fair game, a pawn on their chess table. And you should know it. You fighting me or thinking you are defending Nigeria, you are just stupid. You have no idea. If you are somebody who think, the only disagreement you have with me is because I am telling you that for the sake of all of us, Nigeria should break up peacefully. I'm not asking for war. I'm asking us to discuss if we really want to be together or not. And why I use that word is because of you. There are so many of you who love your chains, scared of trying anything new, so afraid, so scared of being by yourselves because Nigeria has made you so. Yes, Nigeria has ensured that you see all this division you are witnessing all over, the major ones, where everyone is suspecting everybody. The Ijaws are suspecting the Igbos. The Igbos are suspecting the Yorubas. The Yorubas are suspecting the Fulanis. The Fulanis are suspecting the Hausas. Yorubas cannot trust the Igbos. Igbos cannot trust the Fulanis. Fulanis cannot trust Igbos. Fulanis cannot trust Yorubas. This one cannot trust that one. But yet they are one country. They will never want to talk about it because they are so scared of living alone. Who is scared of living alone? They are those who have told you from northern Nigeria that the only way you will survive is when you are part of Nigeria. They confidently believe that. And that is why they set the agenda in motion, making themselves believe that they could take over the rest of the country with no resistance, nothing anybody would do, but they could do it through the system as well to reduce their tension, then unleash violence on the rest of the country, force them to be so scared of, fighting back or standing up since the system continued to, the Nigerian system continued to disarm them and all that. This belief, all these ideas, these are real thing. Apart from that one, there are other created divisions within the entire, even within division. There is division within division. If you go to every other state, you will see where some have developed notoriety. The notoriety for, oh yes, we are the majority. Oh, we are the one in power. This other tribe or this other ethnic nationality that are trapped in our space. You know that other, right? They can never rule over us. And there are people killing themselves. Just they are not as educated as you are. These ones have been like they have been born into that, and they are still there. And these killings continue like it is culture, tradition. I say it's normal. Nobody want to talk about it like normal way. See, when you give everybody a chance to say, yeah, let us talk about if we want this or not. From there, people like you, who doesn't like people like me, because you love your chain, because you are a one Nigerian, you continue to lie to yourself. You are waiting for the Messiah. You are waiting for a day that Nigeria is going to be great like they told you. You are waiting for that day that you'll be respected, revered, and all over the world, Abi. You are waiting for that day, but you are watching the people who continue to dig your pit, continue to dig the pit for you. You are hoping on them. Therefore, when we say, let us break up, let us go our separate ways, you are scared. You do not want that. That is why I use the word, give us that chance to have that conversation, okay? Referendum is not something that is final and total. All of una will love Nigeria. You go campaign for your Nigeria. All of us that want Biafra, we will campaign for our Biafra. Those who want Yoruba nation will campaign for their own Yoruba nation. If the judge says they don't want to be part of the Igbo Biafra, fine, great. They could have their own Igbo nation if they want. All of these are what we are talking about. Before now, now some few criminals, selfish, greedy, selfish people from across Nigeria came together and created all this nonsense that is now, why you they deceive yourselves now? You want one Nigeria that Igbos cannot be your president. Any small thing, you are willing and ready to turn it into Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo versus Yoruba, Yoruba versus Fulani, Fulani versus Igbo. Any small thing, you are willing to turn that into it, but yet you don't want Nigeria to break up. Shenobi say you the mad so. Who is now mad now? You do not want some people because you have been told that they cannot lead you. They cannot this. You have been told a lot of things, right? Now, you could do it. You can do without them. Yes, you can. And do not bring that idea, that nonsense idea of if they want Biafra, they should go and hold their politicians. It's like, you telling us too that if we want Yoruba nation, we should go and hold these criminals who are making money from Nigeria now. We won't hold them. The entire system is what will go when the entire system is destroyed, completely, destroyed. Those that will actually determine the emergence of these new countries, they will emerge from the rubble, not these rogues. Or don't you think that those who are really against the emergence of Arewa nation, they are your Arewa leaders who love Nigeria and the free money that comes with it? Do you want to tell me that you do not know that those who are against Biafra are your own Igbo leaders and businessmen and women who are benefiting from the current Nigeria? They will spend every last of their dime to sponsor further killings and discouraging you from asking for Biafra. Those are the selfish ones. You know that? That those that will continue to be against the emergence of Yoruba nation, they are not you that is here, flexing your muscle with me, like a lizard, alangba. You doing press up here. Maiyegun, we will show you. There is no Yoruba nation anywhere. You are going nowhere. We are in one Nigeria. Who are you? You are nothing. You are not the one that will stop anybody from having Yoruba nation. But those criminals who have continued to use Nigeria, to continue to use Yoruba land, the Yorubas, as their meal ticket, they are the ones that will ensure that whatever will make and stop the emergence of Yoruba nation from happening, they will sponsor it. Do you not know that? Stop Biafra. Do you actually believe that you, tiny you, is the one that... Oh, shit. It's not you. It's not you. That is why when people understand enough the real enemies behind every struggle, they will take them out. We will take them out of our way. But we need people to actually understand the context of what they are getting themselves involved in, a proper understanding, so that if you have to force the hand of those who are using our name, our regions, and the rest of that as their meal ticket, and they left our people at this state, yes, we can, but people need to understand what they want first. They must understand why they want it. You must understand that if you're asking for a new nation, like Yoruba nation, like Biafra, You must never have the same mindset like this Nigeria that you have today. You must first kind of begin to tell yourselves, or, discharge yourselves of all this mindset of this current Nigeria. You need to let this Nigeria die. This Nigeria has to be like dead to you. And that will be the moment you will never, ever want to carry the same mindset. Because you are going to understand why we are where we are. You are going to understand what you want. And you're going to understand why why you will never get what you want if so and so still exist. So we need to make that easier. So you can be on social media like me. You know something between myself and some of you Abobakus, is that majority of you are illiterate. And I'm not talking about the literacy of being able to write or read. No. That's what most of you have. You can read and write, but you can't comprehend because you are illiterate, right? So to you will keep doing same thing again and again, okay? Which is trying to shut people down because you love your chains. Especially those of you that your own slavery chain is painted gold. You love your chains and you will do one thing, trying to shut everybody down, support the violence against the voice of reasoners. You will do all of that because that seems to be what your grandparents, your ancestors also did. You are the descendant of those who have always been the palace slaves. So, but the difference between yourself and myself is that I am a teacher. I am a conscience. Even as dark, as empty as your conscience are, right? I promise you, there's still a space for a voice like mine to exist and flourish. There will be the troubling voice in your heart, as dark as your heart is. But the other good thing about myself as a teacher is that as a conscience, I will be able to pass on this same message, this same narrative and all that, and this same vision and dream. I could easily pass that on to so many minds. I can plant this seed consistently, water it, let it germinate in the minds of the people that are wondering and asking for questions. Do you understand that now? There are many people who are asking for questions. There are people that are looking for answers to a lot of things, including why is this contraption not working? Those minds are fresh minds. Those minds are wandering minds. That is why, as a teacher, I will put that seed in your heart. I will water it. Of course, there will be so many things that will try to kill the flower, kill the message in your heart. Challenges, life challenges, and so many other things, including the rogues that are planted to give you doubt. Because as I'm planting this seed of knowledge into your hearts, watering them every day, there are also enemies. These agents of, propaganda, these agents of ruins that are also planting doubt. As we are planting the seed of revolution, intelligence, exposure, education, enlightenment, as we are planting these seeds in your heart, these criminals, these hirelings, these social media bandits, these crumb eaters, they are there to plant the doubt next to it. And that's why people like us will remain conscious. So yes, the sense of reason, the voice of reasoning, you will call it. And that's how we remain. That's the difference. Because somehow, those of you who support the criminals and their policies, and you are hurting, most of the time, you actually fall by the way. And because you are nothing to them, you are absolute nothing to them, they may be feeding your bigotry. Yes, in fact, it could actually be your way out of your misery by exposing your bigotry at this stage. And it's working for the criminals that have been using that division to maintain power, their grip on it. But has he ever benefited you? Benefited people around you? Have you not seen the ruins and destruction that comes with that? That's why the voice of reasoning will never stop sounding. That is why Maiyegun will never stop talking. Because people like you have darkness in your heart and you do not care about the victims of the consequences of what these guys are doing. You will get tired. And in no time, the open and liberated minds, they will understand what they want. They will understand how to get it. And they will comfort those who have held them down for ages. I don't want you to like me. I just want you to listen to me. It doesn't matter what you do or say after this, but you will never forget most of what you heard from me. And I am happy with that. Very happy with that. So I'm going to go open the line so that we can start our long day gist. This is where you can call in. I am somebody who has told myself, I've told myself that since what Nigeria is pretty much like the weapons fashioned against us. So since we all know that the survivors of yesterday, they are the victims of today. All of us, we don't survive today, or we survive today. Because today, there are those that are still going to die in Nigeria that shouldn't die. People die every day, of course. But when people get killed in the name of tribal, ethnic, or religious, whatever, that shouldn't happen. But people are going to be kidnapped today. Children are going to be killed today. Villages are going to be ransacked. They are going to happen. And those of us, those are people who survived yesterday. Today, some of us are going to survive today. So we are going to be the victims of tomorrow. We are all awaiting disaster to happen. As long as this contraption exists, especially the way it does right now, me and you, whether you are a northerner, a southerner, a Christian, a Muslim, even call others infidel, nobody is safe. And until you realize that, until you realize that and make amends, Maiyegun won't stop talking. So you better get used to it. There are those who are already used to it now. I've been talking for the past 12 years. 12 years. Do you really think it is now that a group of wannabes can gaslight people like us from talking? Ha, ha, ha. Welcome to the party. Here is going to be my first caller this afternoon or morning. Let's take it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Hello there.
Hey, good Baba.
How you doing, Baba?
I do. Good morning from this side of town.
Good morning to you too. It's actually past midday here, but well, welcome to the party.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice talk you had there. I really, really enjoyed it. At some point, I was like, whether if we just continue, just the good, you know, because
rolling like that, like everybody just.
I did tell you.
It does feel fine. Sometimes I enjoy it, but sometimes I just feel like I'm just like going too much now. Let's cut it, man. Cut it. But it's great because it's me pouring out my heart, and I could go on and on like you said. I could go on non-stop. Trust me.
That kind of thing. Because everything we talk now, E1, there's no fault inside there. Everything is, all correct. I feel them. Very, very glad.
There we are.
Yeah. So it's International Women's Day.
Yes.
And we have to celebrate the women in our lives. Me personally,
let's celebrate all of the loved ones, our women, including our girls. Yes. If you have a daughter, if you're a father, if you've got nephews, nieces, and all that, let's celebrate them today. Baba?
Exactly.
And remember those who are also facing persecutions too.
Yes, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Unfortunately, my mother is also one of the victims of Nigeria. Because my mom is she's been a very hardworking person, very, very hardworking, but because of the stress of, trying to fend for family and so on and so forth, she had a stroke or a partial stroke, and despite taking her to hospital and everything, there was really nothing. And then all forms of charlatans started using her to cash out. You know, this one will say, "Come, we go treat them. We go use this medicine, treat them." Honestly, I've been doling out cash, and at some point, I was like, "What's really happening there?"
You remember when I said that a lot of people who think it's all about money and they do not understand how a party system affects them. That things will get to a stage whereby you even have the money. You will have the money, but you want the service, you can't get it. You can't save the life of your loved ones.
Yes.
You know, I mean, talk of those who don't have the money, crying and say, we lost him because we didn't have the money. But you will have the money, but the service won't be there. We are seeing all of that. The best,
exactly. And not be now
in the country, by the way. Go on.
I mean, not be now where all this problem happened. It's been for years. That's how it's been. You know, no service, nothing. It's not the reason why. Wouldn't be this madman name. This senator now with the UK prison now. What's his name? What's his name again? Oh my God. You know, that's one of the reasons. If he and his, you know,
like that.
You know, if he and his fellow guys actually invested in Nigeria to ensure that we have a good health system, at least he wouldn't have had. He wouldn't be in this situation.
That's what I'm saying. That you don't think. You think you are doing us.
It's unfortunate too. Sometimes when I hear these guys speak, for example, I think it was yesterday you showed us Pabioli when he was talking about insecurity in Nigeria, and he said the insecurity in Nigeria is not as bad. So this is just an aberration. I was like, why thunder? Why thunder still they sleep up till now? For God's sake, why thunder still they sleep? Thunder is supposed on the fire people since morning. Since I don't know. Baba, it's crazy. Now, Ogami, regarding International Women's Day, let me go back there again. Just let us remember, you know, all the other victims of Nigeria, some prominent whose situations have been swept under the carpet. You remember this girl, Tolulope Arotile, I think. That's her name. I think she was a pilot.
Yes. That they said the car was hit by a car inside the naval base. I'll be waiting to record that place again. Air Force Base.
Baba, Air Force Base, Kaduna.
Kaduna.
Baba, how stupid does that sound? They still are revising cow. I mean,
they paraded some guys and said they were the ones who hit her by error, by mistake.
By mistake.
We don't hear anything about it anymore. It's gone.
Nothing, no, Baba. Nothing. They say now revising. How wait on a good day? If now revising, Ludi. I don't say on a good day, Baba. On a good day, if person the reverse speed, you can go backwards at maybe 20, 30 kilometers per hour. That's kind of fast. But I mean, reverse will keep us in.
Just like
Ludi. Man, there's more to this. There is really more to this than what happened to her. There is really much more to it. So that one a plan work for sure. On a plan work, really.
There were those that were killed in the Nigerian army. They said because the guy was killing too much people. Another guy said that as a sniper, they killed his colleague simply because his colleague has taken out too many Boko Haram. All these are evidence. All these are out there. But it is Nigeria.
This is not the reason to break it off. Not the reason to break it off. Baba. Because the more these things, they will keep happening. You know. The other one, Baba, where they don't forget. I just the real I'm out to. You remember Deborah Samuel Yakubu?
Deborah too.
Where her only crime was don't post religious information on our education platform. Finish. That one a crime. Now they say a blasphemy. And then the whole town just descended on her, for God's sake. I'm like, what kind of sense? What are they teaching those children in school?
Now, you know that saddest part of the Deborah zone is that they were higher institution students. I mean, like college students, right? Which means this is supposed to be young people who are educated. Abi? They are fanatics. So all the education thing, whatever, didn't really help them. When the moment came, they went mad as young terrorists. And they got away with it. They got away with it. They bragged about it on this. Some of those who are political appointees, they defended them. They defended the killing of that.
Atiku tweeted in that regard. And I think whether he later deleted it or something.
You will come in 2023, okay? So Atiku, you are here condemning what people did to protect the will of Allah, to protect the religion of Allah. You, Atiku, wait for you in 2023, Papa. In no reach 15 minutes, Atiku deleted it. Or more, I no believe him. He deleted on Facebook, he deleted on Twitter, and he said he did not tweet it because he did not put AA.
It wasn't authorized or something. Nonsense. That's sad, though. That is really, really sad. Because these are the people, ideally, these are the elites that you would expect to stand up for you if you don't have anybody to speak for you.
People that will see them that will not see them for who they are. We see them. We see them.
It is real sad. One other person we has is ongoing now, and only God knows how far it is going to go. Maiyegun, it's not bad thing to be a poor person for Nigeria. It is bad to be poor in Nigeria, honestly.
I tell you.
It's really, really bad. You know this woman, what's her name? Chioma Okoli. The one who's been prosecuted by Risco Foods.
See, I've been following that for a while. But for some reason, I haven't really got the kick to also wade in. I've been following it from the word go. Tell me what you heard.
About my own say, even if the woman was wrong by reviewing
she wasn't wrong.
As she did.
She wasn't wrong, but Nigerians have done so much to make her look like she was wrong. They even questioned the language she used. They even said they this or that and that stuff, right? She's not wrong. And that's why I'm like, I've not got the kick. Here you get that to wade in as well. And kind of, I didn't know that some of you are already following the whole story too. Baba?
It's out there now. It's out there, really. So where I was going is, even if she was wrong for reviewing, let's just assume that was the case. It's not supposed to have been treated as a criminal matter.
I tell you.
It's supposed to be civil, but they took it criminal.
I tell you.
And now, there was an interview of hers that she had the other time. She says, as usual, our normal police system, she was forced to write statements, fully indicting herself.
I know.
Like, problem. And then based on that, now I think she was fined about 500 million naira or so. I look the woman finish, slice them up. Where she won't find 500 million? Pay the man. And then the way the man the arrogance of the man, on the matter, the way he was shouting, that if you want to die, I will help you to die, blah, 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 blah. I mean, is it that we don't have freedom of opinion? Again, we have freedom of speech, but freedom after speech, we don't get that.
Now, see, people don't see, but people they walk. So that if you see some young people who are working out, they will tell you they are working out to make it, so that they can oppress others. Majority are just like
stupidest reason to gain wealth.
People write reviews. I'm talking about some scratching reviews that sometimes you will be say you decrease about a product self. You read the review and you be like, this one mad pass me. I have chosen not to buy things because of people's review many times. I have chosen. It's a normal thing. But Nigerian, that they will emotionally blackmail you. You want to destroy his business. You want to spoil his business. If he said, can't you just call them and tell them, hello, Erisco, I did not like that, your tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. Instead of you posting it on social media, you are looking for attention. You just want to destroy his business. You see, the worst thing to happen to people in this life is to be poor.
Exactly.
It is the worst thing.
Exactly.
But a lot of people have been made to believe that poverty is good because God loves poor people. That's not true. You know that now. They say God loves poor people. And I want God to love me. So I'm just going to God, please love
Baba,
me.
you follow for what they been tell me that year now. When we did small for Nigeria, every time, God loves the poor person,
God,
all that
if
and all
you
that.
see, you must be. They tell us say
pray.
And they tell us say if our tears drop like this, poor man tears drop, you have offended God. All lies, all fake. Anyway, Baba, I'll take another one.
Oh God! Thank you very much for allowing me. I beg. I was having a bad day, but honestly, you've lifted my spirits. Thank you so much.
That's grand. I'm happy we just did that together. Okay, nice one, Baba. You have a wonderful weekend too. Okay, take it easy.
You too, Baba. Take care. Yeah, you too. Thanks. Bye.
So, Ma, take this. I've got a caller. Yeah, and hello there. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Fantastic. I can hear you too. All of us can.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, good morning from here.
Good morning, sir. How's it going? Is that I'm trying. Okay, yeah, no, not you. I thought it was Chike because I saw Chike earlier and then it's disappeared on me. So, how is your morning going, by the way? Because I seem to be waking a lot of you up in that part of the world these days.
Yeah, we just a few minutes after 10.
See?
I'm off today, so that's why I have time to watch your program. I always watch your program, even though I'm not here, even my little.
Fantastic, Baba. Well, you've heard me all morning. I mean, so far anyway. So it's International Women's Day today. We use that as well to delve into, as usual now, like we can celebrate at the same time. We shouldn't forget those who have become the victims of that system. Okay.
Yeah.
Great,
I was in in February. I think February 2nd, I left America. I got there February 3rd. I was in Nigeria. I watch your program every day, and your program helped me to, to be able to minimize my movements and know where to go through your program. So I was able to stay for about 2 weeks, but my 2 weeks in Nigeria is like visiting a war front.
Like being too extra careful here and there and all that. Tell us in your words, how was it, sir?
Man, I left Nigeria 10 years ago. Last month was my first time of visiting Nigeria. I've been in America, Georgia, for 10 years now. So when I get there, I watch your program every day. Right?
So it has helped you already to actually see Nigeria so much than you getting there to find out a lot yourself, right?
Yes.
So you already have a clue, man. I think, see, Baba, sorry, you continue. That's something we probably should begin to appreciate. There are people who haven't been in Nigeria for a while. And somehow, this platform helped them see things for real as it is. And some people don't like that. They think we are scaring them away. Is that a bad thing for people to have an idea of where they are going? Baba? And one more thing, when you got there, is there anything that you found that you believe that, Maiyegun lied? Is actually not what Maiyegun said. Now I've seen this. Did you see anything when you got home that is totally not what Maiyegun said it was? Like I'm talking about things you've seen.
Nothing is different. Everything we have been talking about here, because I watch your program every single day, even though I'm not with you live. When I come back from work, your program will be the first. Even my little baby, she's 10 years old.
Bless her.
She can even sing your music.
Sing this song, and I'm very good with kids, by the way.
Because she grew up with you, with me watching you every day. So immediately I just put on when I come back from work, I just put on your program. He will forget every other thing she's doing and concentrate on you. Maybe the more just left for work now, she will tell you more about 10 months.
Bless her.
10 months telling you. So when I get to Nigeria, your program really helped me, and it helped me to plan my movements and everything. Everything you have said in Nigeria about Nigeria, I didn't see anything different. In Lagos, I spent 2 weeks in Lagos. I spent 2 weeks in Benin, and a week in Lagos and a week in Benin. Sorry. So, in fact, Nigeria, I don't know. Even 10 years ago, I left Nigeria. I think it's even better than the way it is.
Like there's no real changes that you could easily tell, except for buildings. You will see some new buildings they're putting up in the shanties. You know what I mean? Like all these ones that you'll be like, oh, I didn't know they have this one here. But when you look around, it just gives you the vibe of the same old kind of like nothing really changes.
Don't have, some of the buildings don't even have roads to get to that place. I went to visit one of my friends' building. To get there, just when you divert from that Ekpe road to the street, you coming from like somewhere somewhere from maybe CMS, you might even drive more far than from you entering from the street to get to the guy's place. It's not even to 2 miles to get to the place, but it's like you're driving. I'm telling you, the road is not good. It's like you're driving for hours.
I went to see a family member in I think that place is called Ibafo, just along Lagos Ibadan express, just after Julius Baja in Lagos, right? And it was faster driving from Ikeja. So that's I think it's called Mowe. I can't remember which one is first again.
That's what I was trying to explain. Exactly. So, but after that road,
just leaving the Lagos Ibadan Expressway to go into the streets and go into the street of that person. We were there for like nearly an hour because the road was bad, too much Okada and all those trucks.
And I say here in America, as long as they have decided they want to make this place a residential, they will tie the road first. The road will be tied first before any other.
The road they go tie last in Nigeria. The road, that will be the last.
That's why I'm trying to explain to them that it's not like this here back in America, in the Western world. But why is it that Africa is we're always doing the first thing last and the last thing first? So apart from that, the Maiyegun people are suffering in Nigeria. I saw a lot. People are really suffering in Nigeria. We don't even know where to start from. Even to take care of the family members, it's not even easy. Talk less of even extending hands to other people. It's not easy. Everybody is just suffering, managing. Things are very expensive. Very, very expensive.
So where are they the money they are drinking every weekend with then or every
evening? In fact, I can't understand because when
that's why they say everything about that place, right? Always beat all logic or definition, right? You will still see them in the evening and they will still be drinking.
Apart from even drinking, when you see them spraying money, because sometimes I go on my YouTube, I watch all these live music in the party, in the hotel, they are playing. Somebody will just load bundles of money and start spraying it to one person. I said, where did these people get this money from? I saw a lot of people hungry, a lot of people suffering, managing. I know how much I spend just giving out people. Because when I went to the market to buy things I wanted to bring back, sometimes I just see some people, when I look at what they are selling, what they put on the ground, they are selling. This thing, whatever they make from it, might not even
really sustain them.
Can't even sustain them. Sometimes I just give them, take 5,000 extra after paying for what I got. I'll give 5,000 extra, some 10,000 extra, depending on how I see them.
Have left.
I didn't put it on record. I didn't record it. I would have shown you. Because
I can only imagine.
Exactly. You give me.
You are just going to be like an angel, right? Just an angel.
I'm telling you.
You know, right now they say in Nigeria, since people have no real money to buy things, right? Sales have been slow almost everywhere. Okay. However, somebody like yourself who walks in to say, okay, what are you selling? And you're not even pricing it. You just okay, give me that, give me that, give me that one, give me that one,
right.
that one.
Look at
and then you say, take this one. You are like an angel.
Even looking at the person selling, you don't even need to. You just want to compensate him, not or are not you even
No, you going
sometimes
there bargaining.
I just need it or maybe need it immediately. I would say,
You see?
I'm very close to
So
the
you
person.
ended
I'm
up
just
having
okay.
to even buy things you never really needed immediately. Just
Exactly,
for
because
the sake.
I just want to make the person happy. That because sometimes if I'm driving, maybe in the traffic, when I look at the person, I say, man, I just tell the driver, please wind down the glass. Then I just how much is this pure bottled water? I don't even need it because I just wanted to drink ever water because at Nigeria now everything is fake. But I believe maybe ever water may be a little bit better. Then I just buy. I have that one in my car, but other ones I just buy one, just give them like how much is it? Maybe 300 for a bottle. I just give them 1,000. Sometimes give them. They just put one in my purse. Whatever that comes out, I just give to them. That's what I do, just to make them a little bit more lively and
so
happy.
like the whole thing was really visible that you could see, tell that you couldn't even like ignore.
You need to go to Nigeria and see. A lot of people are very difficult. Not the way people are just saying it on social media. It's more than that. The only people that think maybe they are doing better now, maybe people that have access to social media, maybe they are getting little money
making
on
little
this.
money from social.
Those are the people that. But apart from that, workers, for you to move from one point to another, you have to pay nothing less than 3,000 to 5,000 naira for transportation. I said, how? Okay, what about people that like the government worker or the workers that earning 50,000? How are they living in Nigeria?
How?
Because 50,000 in Nigeria now is like you holding. When I was in Nigeria, I remember I was earning 70,000. That was 10 years ago.
That's
that
like
70,000,
7 million now.
I'm telling you, that 70,000, my brother, I can save 20,000 out of it on monthly basis, and that is part of the money I use in coming to America.
See, sir, there were those who were working and earning 150,000, right? That time you are also saying, I mean, you are talking now, sir, right? That they still could afford, right, to come to London at least 2-3 times in a year.
Exactly.
Because all they needed is just that it is to save part of the money, and then go and get a ticket of maybe 100,000, 120,000 naira, and that's you on your way to the UK. And today, if you earn 150,000 naira, you can't even pay transportation of 3,000 naira every day.
I'm telling you,
possible.
I'm telling you. When I was coming to America, dollar was 192 naira. That was 2014. Right now, dollar is very close to 1,700.
That's right.
So, and I look at this. I said, how? Okay, for you to get 1 million naira, 1 million naira now in Nigeria as a worker, that means you have to work for years before you can get it. Then how many naira will now make $1,000? So that means you have to work for so many years to even save $1,000.
Now, if they pay you your money and you are not spending it, you are not removing anything. Let's say they are paying you 30,000, or let's even use good money now, 50,000 naira. You will need about 2.5 years just to make $1,000. That means you won't touch the money. Don't touch it. Don't spend it. Don't do anything. 50,000 every month. That's 600,000 a year. Abi? So 600,000 in a year times 2, 1.2 million, times 3, 1.8 million. So you need 3 years that you won't touch your money at all just to make $1,000. God damn it, man.
And that $1,000 does not pay your ticket to any part of the world.
It won't buy you any ticket to anywhere. Oh dear.
Okay. Now let's talk about the Nigeria itself. We have been talking about this contraction called Nigeria. We have been talking about for a very long time. I think we are headed to the right direction because with what I'm looking at, Nigeria can never work.
No,
can never work. We having the Yorubas, the Hausas, and the Igbo having them together, it will never work because everybody in Nigeria believes that wherever they are being hired, for example, as a worker, the people you will see around there, either if the person who is in charge is Yoruba,
yes,
you will see Yoruba around.
There. If the person is
if the person
you see more there. Exactly.
More there. And if you go, you see more Igbo there.
Yes.
But here, back here, no, there's nothing like that.
Once you are qualified for the job in Nigeria, you start with.
Once you are to qualify for the job, no matter where you come from, and moreover, they don't even ask your state of origin. They only ask for your place of birth.
No.
So, state of origin of a thing is also affecting so many things in Nigeria. So, I think we having these three regions together, I don't think it's going to work, because we have been trying to manage it for years and it's not working.
Because we don't trust ourselves. That's one thing people don't want to admit.
At all.
Do you understand now? We are suspecting ourselves, and every decade, that trust continues to break down. Can we just stop pretending that we can do better if all of us can deal with ourselves in our own individual regions, like you said? Sure, you get. But if anybody is saying that let's work it together, man, come on, man. Our parents made the mistake. Why should we?
We have already done it. Yeah, we already tested it. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
When Buhari, look at everybody around him. Look at everybody around him. Those are the people he trusts. They are all the Fulanis, the Hausas.
So what are the people around him?
Now, exactly nothing. Now, Tinubu enter.
Look at the around him. See what they are doing to the country now.
More people. So what? Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. The best thing is just to everybody. The three regions should decide. Okay, just come together. They should have a talk. Then everybody just go. I think it will be better, because now look at is it Abia or one state that just
Abia
the governor just
Alex Otti.
Okay, if that person can do that, then right now I believe other governors are getting challenged now.
As it should be, but because Nigeria can always cover their failure, they will rather some would rather go and team with Nigeria to sabotage everything so that nobody can take any glory of doing well.
Exactly.
You know the worst thing about Nigeria, Mazi, you know what's worst thing about Nigeria here by sir is this, so I'll tell you. It's the fact that somebody could come in now, right? And start doing things and everything is like all right, you know. Remember when Obasanjo came in, as bad as he was, so sure you get military. At the time, Nigeria was at the lowest. The Nigerian foreign reserve, when Obasanjo came in, was $3.2 billion. That was how much Nigeria had in foreign reserve, okay? Nigeria was in debt to the tune of over $80 billion at the time. And what do you call it? Nigerian oil production as well was at its lowest. The security and all of that, Obasanjo came. Despite all the abracadabra and all that, Obasanjo came. Number one, it cleared all the Nigeria debts. We know the corruption behind that, but at least Nigeria debt turned to zero, both foreign and local. Zero. Under Obasanjo. Now, the same Obasanjo saved over $44 billion in 8 years in the foreign reserve of Nigeria. Same Obasanjo opened Sovereign Wealth Fund, which is the excess crude account. Remember, ECA, excess crude account, ECA. Obasanjo opened one and put $22 billion in there. The day he was handing over to Yar'Adua. And the same Obasanjo who built the Niger dock, where Nigeria they built ship at the time, launched 11 independent power projects. But it only took Yar'Adua 7 months to undo all of that, if you want to remember, Baba. They started with Elumelu investigation about power. At the end of the day, Nigeria never attained that power sustainability till today. Till today, they never maintain it. I mean, get to that anymore. The foreign reserve of Nigeria has been so depleted that today, under Jonathan and his the state governor at the time, they withdrew over 10 billion. They spent over 10 billion from Nigerian foreign reserve. They had nothing. The excess crude account that was 22 billion. By the time Yar'Adua died, the balance in that account was 18 billion. By the time Jonathan was going, Baba, the balance in that excess crude account was 7.5 billion. And the balance in the foreign reserve of Nigeria was 33 billion. When Bokwari was going, the balance in the excess crude account was $400,000. from $7.5 billion. The balance in the Nigerian foreign reserve right now is being rumored to be around 3.3 billion. Nigeria is back to pre-1999. So if anybody comes and build it again, it won't take them long before another people come and deplete everything away. Why should we always be part of this? I don't want to be part of this. I don't.
At all. Maybe, to be frank, Nigeria is not going to work.
No.
We're just trying to, it's like pushing a car without engine to start. It's not going to work.
No. Thank you so much, Baba.
I really appreciate your work. You have been doing so well. I always watch your program, and your program always encourages me and give me at least more guide on
God bless
Nigeria
you. That's
issue.
the purpose. It's supposed to be our conscience. It's supposed to be something that guide and help us understand things. Decisions we make after that is totally ours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
God bless
you. So that after on your program, I always, if I'm talking to people in Nigeria, they will always ask me, how do I know all this?
Know that?
It's like I went to class. It's like I went. It's like your program is like a school.
And it has to show on you exactly. You know when they say when you know better, when you know better, you should do better. We preach that all the time, and I'm grateful that indeed all of you are your students. God bless you.
Very helpful.
Thank you
so much.
God bless you. Stay safe, Baba. Okay, and take it easy. Nice one. If you are still with me, you can do me that favor by liking the broadcast. Okay, it won't cost you anything. Just like the broadcast. And to my friends on on TikTok, now stayed longer this time. Thank you. Here is another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Baba.
This is
how are you, sir?
This is Sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Saolu from London.
Saolu, I get hold of you today again, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good. I know there's a lot of people calling in. I'm just going to make these things very, very quick.
Let's hope so. You are never quick. We know that. But again, let's get started, Baba.
Yeah. The first call, I was talking about something about stroke, and I got something that I can advise the mom to try. It's milk and Iru. He's a Yoruba man. He knows what I'm saying. It's locust beans. If they can get hold of the two, they just need to mix it together, possibly blend it together or soak it together, whichever way they want to use it. Leave it for like about 24, 48 hours. Right. And the mom should just be taking 1 glass in the morning, 1 glass at night. It will improve. It will improve the situation.
Right.
You will, yeah.
That's some what do you call it there for us? So recipe, Baba. Go on.
Yeah. So let me go into. Somebody was talking about money, where Nigerians get money from. You see, majority of these people, you might see them looking very poor at the market. I'm not saying don't give them, but you got to be very, very, very careful when you're doing things for these people. Some of them, they have inheritance. They are even making other people's life much more difficult where they live than when you see them. There are people that they inherited 3, 4, 5 rooms in their papa house. So when they collect that money, now the money you go see them where they chop suya for that evening.
Baba?
The people, they are not like, see, there are people that inherited a lot. But the way they spend the money, when they get the money in bulk,
it'd be like when we say my papa house decay too, right? So normally I have to say they collect my own rights there, right? Normally I'm supposed they collect like maybe 5 million a year for that alone. So if I no get job and they just pay me my 5 million rent, Baba, if you flex for the next few weeks or something,
Baba, the way where these people go squeeze their tenants and all these people, the way they go squeeze them.
Some of them where they collect advance for rent and say I'm broke you. I say, but I've already paid you 2 years. Well, I can kick you out and get another person that will pay. He will pay your 2 years and he'll pay me another 2 years. I can give 4 years. So you need to find me something. There are people who live like that. I think I'm following you now. Saulu.
Yeah. You see, another thing I will pick up. The last caller I was saying something about, and you mentioned trust. In Nigeria, there's loads of trust deficit. Nobody trusts each other.
No.
Kolu's wife came out this afternoon, accusing the governor of that state that he should do something about it. That is telling you that the intonation of that woman, you need to go back and watch Jonathan's wife. These people, they are telling you that they cannot wait for another election. That is the communication you are hearing from those northern people. They cannot wait. And you will see, hopefully, I'm not somebody that believes in a religion, but I just hope that this kidnapping, that those two that happen, will not end up like those Chibok ones.
But
I just
hope, like you said too, but we wish hope is enough. Hope is not enough.
Yeah.
We all go the way of others. Let's not lie.
And have you seen El Rufai's son today, maybe yesterday again, that is talking about how, you know, PDP, not this, not APC. I didn't even watch the whole full thing, but I just see him like gaslighting Obi and all those things. El Rufai's son. I said so.
For the video.
Yeah, I said El Rufai.
It's actually a video. It's usually a brat that tweets nonsense. If he's not attacking people's mothers, he has this obsession with women and mothers. And so if he's not being a brat, an untrained brat, by the way, or spoiled brat, right? I have never listened him speak in a video.
And
you did see one, Abi? Did you see one?
Yeah, I'm telling you, yesterday.
Look for it. I'll bring back. I'll bring that back later this evening. Go on, Baba.
Shane Wakimbaloye that interviewed him.
Oh, he was on a program. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go look for it then. What did he say again?
He was talking about Obi and all these people, PDP, APC, how Obi did well as his father, how Lagos is more developed than the other part, Anambra and all those things. He's just the guy is just talking out of sense. Let me even leave that one aside. I will go into what's it called? This guy. There's another Ganduje. Gandollar. Baba Sheyi, don't remove somebody from one position now. Don't put Gandollar.
They removed the guy last night and they put Gandollar's on.
Yeah, and that is gaslighting from Penkele. Penkele.
Because it was Penkele Messi that said he was going to sack some discos and revoke their licenses. He was going to do this, that.
Yeah, this is if he doesn't do that,
right?
Apart from him and Oyetola, all the other ones, they're coming on news showing what they are doing. You can see it's only him that he knows that is the weakest link for now. He's getting to 1 year. You will see everybody gaslighting each other. You will just see this.
It's rising, though. I know. It's like the Bokwari people are so angry that the people can't wait to blame them for everything. I've been seeing.
And you see this guy, Akpabio, gaslighted Ndume some days ago. That were you there? You were there. You forgot that you were there when they the money for the.
I wasn't there. I was there. You were there. All denying who printed. I get. I mean, when they approved the printed money, I get that.
Yeah, Ndume has gaslighted him yesterday as well. That you are part of the Saraki, and he said no. I'm a member of the Nigerian Senate. I wasn't part of a Senate whereby they gave out of the 100% money that they are meant to give for project, constitutional project or constituency project.
Their constituency project.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
So apparently they gave them 40%. 60% of the money is still with Saraki. They didn't pay it. So Saraki is on Twitter now defending himself. So
I'm going to go and look all this up, and if I find anything interesting, I'm bringing that back. Like you just cracked me up now, honestly.
Yeah.
So they happen.
It tells you how I'll now go into our own educational system. People in Ogun State, because there's one of my friends is a pastor in Ijebu. I was on LinkedIn one day, I think about last month or so. Then I saw a message from the state government about giving them bursary of 50,000, and I quickly called out my friend and I said, but credit to the state governor. They were showing video today. People are rolling on the floor for getting.
I saw that too. Baba, when this Maoga was talking about the level of poverty and how people are really like
50,000 naira,
like almost 50,000. I mean, it's not even like the normal 50,000 that it used to be. This is now the money that has been so devalued. But I saw the reaction. I was like, oh, God knows what people are going through, for goodness sake.
And I'm telling you, this thing about this education, they purposely doing it because they know fully well that if you guys are educated, that is a guarantee for you to run away from the country. And the more you people are outside there, the more you people can fight back. You go and look at the history of Nigeria, even when Awolowo was fighting Tafawa Balewa. The only people that fought that battle and won that battle for them were Ayo Adebanjo and SL Kokuda, those people that were outside. Nigeria never fight a liberation war and win without people fighting from outside.
Outside, yes.
There's no way.
The easy way of Nigerians to be outside is education most of the time.
It's education. So if they look at it, they are clipping down wings of those education not to make sure that this thing is available. They're making sure that if this thing is no longer available for these people, it will reduce their capacity to grow. And up to tomorrow, if go and look at Oyo State, even in Oyo State, people that are protesting now, look at the game the state governor played with them. I told you 2 days ago. I said, this guy, for him coming out for that thing, is a brain waver for them. He's a brain wave he used for them. Now, they usually trying to do local government election. And politicians are walking on the street and people are clapping for them before they walk. In Nigeria, that people cannot eat. Have you ever seen
confidently walking around
on the street and people are clapping for them? Baba, try. You know, she said they throw egg for waiting with this guy here. One Blair. Somebody throw egg.
Now, have to break his on his head so that he can like that. But if you
tell them,
right? Just now they do it here.
Tell any one of them to come to UK.
And now we have
and announce to us,
and you are there
and they should announce to us date, time, venue, where they are going. We will give them the proper Ikrimadu treatment. They will chop new yam. Make them come.
There is this group of Nigerians that have reached out to me, and I'm saying it here now. They are looking for other members. What they are doing is that if you see any Nigerian politician in any part of the world, and you have access to their info and all of that, what you do is that if you are their member, so you need to let them know if any Nigerian politician comes to your city. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about what will happen, okay? You just pass the information and say, Okorocha is in London, so and so. That's all. You don't worry about the rest. They are not going to harm them. So don't think this one is like organizing. No. It's called
no. It's just for them to.
But you go hear from them. So I have this group over. I'm going to be sharing their links soon anyway. They are not anonymous. They are real. Okay. These are the people that you could easily see that could bring out hundreds of people. Okay. That could dox them and get rid of them from that city. So the
people need to show them that people need to protest and show them. See,
just make them uncomfortable. They are scary. See, they are scary people, right, Baba? If you see them, if you are one person, if they look at you and see that you are with your family, they want to be all nicey with you because they will believe that you probably won't bounce on them, okay, or pounce on them. But if you now be 2, 3. And you're calling their name, you need to see them. They are this is where you're going to know that they are criminals. They are scared shit, right? They want to run away. They want to escape from that place. They don't want to, you know what I mean? They do not know what's going to happen next. We need to make them uncomfortable. That's the point. You cannot come here and feel so comfy, living like Lord.
Like nothing is going on over there. And Tinubu's wife is saying there has to be a capital punishment. And I was like, you sleep next to this man every night. So why are you coming to tell us this? Why can't you?
Where is Tinubu's proposal to the National Assembly for capital punishment for kidnappers? Is he sending one?
There are some of, there are some of these things he doesn't need National Assembly approval.
I know. I'm just saying because she was mentioning lawmakers. She didn't even say National Assembly. She said state and lawmakers. Security, terrorism. She knows what she's saying, Baba.
Me, I just make I allow another person. I beg.
Thank you so much for stopping.
My head just blew when I look at these people like Bayo Nonuga, one guy Daniel Boala, Ajurin Gilali, Apabio. those 4 people, I could see them, like these people continuously lying. Say somebody said Tinubu no they sleep between not until 2-3 o'clock. Thinking about what?
You have a restless presidiot, the man without enough rest.
Baba boyokwa oleni.
So anybody will go carry body for call you. I will learn you. So I'm very sure that it's going to be of a national security. They're not going to allow body inside this place. It's already like a relic.
If he go do him, na fine be that now.
You know. See. Baba, thank you so much.
No worries, sir. I'm still on the program. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. You know, Saolu, that's a Saolu. Saolu from England, the UK. Now, I have more callers on the line. I also have more viewers. So if you are just joining us, please do us that favor. Like the video first. And to my friends on TikTok, thanks so much for your generosity. People have been so generous to me on TikTok, honestly. I love that. Here is my caller. Hello.
Hey, Maye.
Abo.
Alpha.
Aba, I just do. How your side?
I did fortunate to call you.
Me too, because this is the time that most people have been trying during that prime time. This is when you do get in, and it's beautiful. How's your day?
It's been good so far. You know, it's a beautiful morning, and we thank God. Anyway, it's so interesting how I came across you. You know, so though I've been watching different people on YouTube, but for some reason I never had the impression of following them. But you know, I just listened. It was just a word I heard from you, and you actually caught my attention. I'm like, who is this guy? Like,
yes, I know.
And you know, ever since then,
like seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I tell people, sir, right? When I look at my audience, okay, when I look at the others, the caliber of people that really, really watches Maiyegun or even phone in, right? You guys are really, really busy people. You know what I mean? These are people that will not ordinarily just grab their phone or grab remote and just say, I'm going on YouTube. I understand, because I have been there too. Like, there's so much like no time. So if I could actually get them to sit down and watch Maiyegun for an hour, 2, then I must be doing something right. So I have to keep it up. So what you is not, I mean, I don't take it for granted. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I know a lot of people like yourself. And I'm so grateful.
Yeah, thank you.
You do have my time. Yeah.
I know.
Go on.
I know. Most people do say, you know, when they call their wife has been blah blah blah. You know, I can actually testify to that. Like, my wife would be like, "We are dragging, like Maiyegun is dragging you from me right now."
I know, but they love it. You know something? They'll say, "I love that more than football, because now I can actually hear what they are saying." And somehow, right, they also end up being your supporter. They will be the one to say, "Oh, yeah, you are not watching him tonight. Great. I can have you to myself." You know that stuff, right? I love it.
I know. But anyway,
Thank you, Thank you so much. Like, I really kind of appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you for all you know, we appreciate all what you do. Anyway, Maye, I did not actually have the plan of calling in today, but you know, you made mention of something where you were speaking with one of the callers, talking about that you went to a buffer. You know, bro,
it wasn't a good experience for me, Baba, honestly speaking. But share yours, please.
It's not one experience. I lived in a buffer.
Lived there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I've been in a buffer since 1995.
Wow. So you are like a proper resident landlord and all that there. So you know the place more.
I can testify to you that, see, the day I was leaving for the US, they were constructing that road.
Yeah.
My flight was actually 2 o'clock. Bro, I had to leave home like 9 a.m. in the morning because I didn't want to miss my flight because I don't know what my my life was.
Despite being your area, and how many hours did you use there before you finally got out and then on the main road?
Fortunately, the road was clear. Fortunately,
yeah.
yeah, the road was clear.
See, those roads now, I don't even think there is actually any real motorable road in those areas now. Sometimes I feel like it's like people just go there and dig the road. But I know it's not that they went there and dig the road. We can tell uncompleted road how long they will last. But there are people who actually live there and continue to complain like me. And you say, look at this road. They won't do it. And the politicians come to the areas, put up their posters. They still gather around them to listen to them.
I was actually going there. You know, I just came from Nigeria recently. That was late last year, bro. When I got to, I just said, you know what? Let me just go see my family house and see how it looks like now, bro. When I left, it was better than what I met.
God damn it, man! Nothing changes.
In fact, I went with my brother and I asked him, I said, she government to tell what road like, does government even come to this road at all? And when they come to this area, they come to camping, and people don't stone these people like, look at this road. Bro, that road there, then go collect 50 naira from cars coming back in the day just to grade that road.
Even those commercial buses, Baba, all those damn fools, all those kekes and all of them, they have the number. But yet, all of them, they will be complaining, Baba. But yet, they will be paying to those who are collecting money from them for the same road.
You know,
everybody they inside the place, they lament, they curse, they do this and another.
Baba. The funniest part is, person will owe that money, go still chop that money. Person will owe the money. In fact, and another thing is, that place no get light. When we were there, the place no get pole. Like, it no get pole. That's to tell you how dark it was. It no get pole. We sleep outside. Like, outside. That's to tell you how bad it was there. Now, they now say they have to be contributing to buy transformer for them. So I'm like, where's the government? If you
wait for them, they won't answer us, Jari. Government, but like people will say that to you, normal, and say,
we not get light. We not get light with the pay NEPA bill. We tobacco for NEPA bill. Then go on generator to print receipt for us for NEPA office. But anyway, more no go that area. The reason why I called, say I won't just give one gist of what happened to me when I come to Nigeria the last time. They come pick me for airport. Me and my brother sit down for back. Driver they drive. Guess who all pastor? Namio.
Because they go see you among them now. It happened to me. Tell us how that went. Tell us. My own mistake. I don't even wear anything nice. No, besides just they come from airport, right? The sun in Nigeria don't hit me. I know they look like a way they say, "Here you get," but they still discover me. Go on, Baba.
I sit down at the back behind the driver. All back or more driver, please come meet me. Come they harass me on top and say, "You, where's your driver's license?" After you can say, "Bro,
I'm not the one driving.
I'm not driving. What are you talking about?" He said, "Where is your driver's license? Where are you coming?" I'm like, you know what? I'm not even ready to discuss anything. We just deal with the driver. He said, "If you don't," I said, "Is this guy serious right now? Like, you're going to arrest me?"
Serious right now? Like, is this happening?
I said, no. This can't be real. Eventually, he now said, anything for your boy. Blah. I said, so you are going to beg me for money and you are now harassing me on top. Then another one now happened again. They arrested my own brother for a Ikeja area.
Why?
My brother said he had tuberculosis, TB. They told him to go, that it should not affect them with their TB. I'm like, what's the problem with this?
So that one was pretending to be covered.
Exactly. Like you don't get them.
So they don't want any infection. Please go. Meanwhile, that one has been. Did you go to Nigeria with your brother, or your brother is there in Nigeria, the one that receiving you?
He is there. And what
so
happened was he had the mask. No, he just had the mask on him. He had the mask on him. So when they saw the mask, where is he coming first? They said hospital. What happened to you? He said, Oga, I get TB. He said, TB, they go. You understand? So imagine how that country is messed up in every area. Like everything you do, you have to pay. Security stop you. Say, pass your vehicle, do your job, you go pay. This
and they're
one
not
carry
stopping you
back
because they are trying to stop crime. They are stopping you because they want to extort you. Everything they are looking for is something to make them sort of have the go ahead to extort you. How is that police, Baba?
Even apart from that, go the system. See, I know they pay attention to Nigerian politics before. You know, now ever since I've been listening to you, I've been following up, and I'm like, man, these things are like I go look news, like I go wait.
I know.
I go wait the news for channels or Arise. I go wait until like Fox, CNN, even local news for America better pass their so-called international news station for Nigeria.
I tell you, Baba, they are all of them are deep in that cesspool, man. The media is helping them to channel narratives that are misleading the citizens.
You are talking to on a national TV. People will be behaving like cows. Okay, yesterday, just a quick one. Yesterday for CNN, they do state of the nation for US yesterday, and someone was shouting in the crowd. And they politely walked him out. You understand?
As it should be.
If Nigeria, then go turn the whole place upside down. I'm like, wait, is this really a country? Like all the leaders, all criminals, even the citizens, criminal.
Like expect people with career criminality who have been like criminals all through their careers to suddenly be good and be doing something right. Like where would they learn that from? Is that going to be like a thing that's just going to touch them and change them? Like
when someone called yesterday and the person was saying and comparing Nigeria with Animal Kingdom, I'm like, that's a disrespect. I'm sorry.
A disrespect to the kingdom of animals.
Yeah, that's a disrespect because they are organized.
Yeah,
they are organized and they go in park and they know what they are doing. But Nigeria, everybody can share it to this one who said,
do your own. Nobody will not like them. Make them wait for their turn. When it is their turn, they can do whatever they like to. How can you build a country like that?
Number 3 man in the country is sitting down there talking. I'm sure that man doesn't even know what he's saying. He's just there for the money.
It does. I think it does. What happened is that they do not care for any consequences of what they say, what they do, or anything. Because they can easily come around and say, oh, I'm sorry, you misheard me. God Almighty will guide all of us. Let us pray to God to guide us. And everybody will begin to be like, okay, that's true. Let's wait for God to guide us. I say, but you did not hear what he said before now? I said, let's leave that one, Jare. Let's just pray to God to guide all of them. I hate that word. And they think because we hate them using that cheap blackmailing word means that we don't like God. There are two different things, Baba. You cannot be blackmailing people with God and be doing evil thing. You can't be doing same like that and then want us to believe that God don't call. We now bless the evil thing. They don't work together now, Abi.
My work here, I don't need anybody to get a job. Even government job, go if you won't get them, then go do solid background check on you.
That's right.
But in Nigeria, if I don't know anybody up there, I can't even remember the last time I heard someone say, oh, they are running background check on me based off a job I need to get in Nigerian so-called White House. Like ordinary citizen, so then they run background check up in here and say, okay, let's see your criminal history, let's see your
everything, and say no, you can't bring this person in. Or more, the more criminally you are, the more chances you will work for Nigerian government. Do you know that?
And imagine if I'm not even gonna say Ogun State governor gets record. Now on top of your shoe. I say the boy them make I verify. I check
money. Go research.
No, because I even clarify. I even call my wife. I say, babe, Alpha, I beg, check this thing because my wife na correct investigator, like go and analyze.
Nobody knows. So let me say, you go say, sorry, dear. How many cups of teaspoonful of flour should we put out to that one and all that? And you say, is it 3 or 4? They say, no, hang on. You just go check it for you. I say, it's 3.5. You say, oh, 3.5. How did you know? Don't ask me. It's 3.5. Just do it.
My wife say, na the man no say in cotton war na. I say, on the long way whole states.
Now,
I say Nigeria. Nigeria.
Baba, that's where people should know about Maiyegun's diary political, because when I say something, there are times I say things to crack people up, okay? And then I can say, okay, I want to say things to add a little bit of exaggeration and all that, but I will never make things up, ever, because you all have the chance to go and read them. You have the chance to go and read more. You have the chance to go and search more. And I encourage that on this platform. Some people don't even know. That's what makes a lot of us difference here. That what I say to people here, there are people who actually go and check and say, oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. And the rest of that, because that's why we are here, Baba. Continue.
Yeah, another thing I want to talk, Maiyegun, I believe say you are the realistic type and you are so real to yourself. You understand? Now, what do I mean? All these people, you notice ever since you don't do your program, all these people will be say, you go say, make them call. If they believe, say, wait till you they talk, real. Truly, make them call, make them defend all these things now.
No,
so that's when you.
I will put them many times and see me. I don't know who is calling. Look at all this line now. All these people calling. The number is out there, right? I pick my call randomly, okay? But they won't call. I have had few called in, okay? But they called in to thank me. I've had like a 2-3 called in. They called in to thank, and they will say, Maiyegun, my name is Kidiko, and I just want to say to you that I am a repentant Abobaku. I just want you to know that I used to be this. I've had they are watching me. I've had about 3 people who came on here to thank me and say, Maiyegun, I have to. Yeah, every time you are saying all those things, then I was thinking it was because you did not like APC or you did not like Nigeria, until when I now realized that in fact you were trying to warn all of us. People have come on here to say that and say, Maiyegun, thank you, continue. But others where they did inside comments, they call me names. They are so wretched that they do not, because they are like, they are like a cricket, Baba. You know that time when we did Niger, when we were growing up for Niger, that time we say, you go the waka come for night, in the dark, you'll be hearing crack, you know all those crackling stuff, right? But when you get closer, it will just stop. You look around, it will stop. When you move away again, you'll be hearing like cricket like that, That's who they are. They can't pick up their phone and call me. They dare not. Talon Janjuru. You leave on my court because you can't lie. I'm not a pushover. You can't call me and begin to tell lies. Leave a jashan. That's why they avoid me. Trust me, that's why they avoid me. Anyway, thank you so much. You did well.
No problem.
I'll go take another one. I've got a few others on the line as well who are trying to join us. So, Baba, enjoy the rest of the day, okay? And take it easy, Baba.
All right. Thank you.
So, I have another caller. See you. We have spent our first 2 hours. Even though I'm expecting Akinola and Yewande to join me in the studio soon. But we still have our time to go. Here, another caller. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba, morning.
Morning, Baba.
Good morning. I know. I feel like saying that this morning show I go to call inside. I go to call now if I die around.
I know. I feel like people don't too plenty yet. But one day, this morning, whole self feature definitely changing for us. But we are let's go to jam class now. Baba.
Maybe me na morning class I did like this, so me I dey put things down. Maybe I dey put this down. I mean I dey talk my own like I dey use common sense like Mazin they used to say. Everybody should use critical thinking. That's what Nigerians are lacking, So me I dey see my own.
I go use my head before somebody use me. you know, we all have
Yeah.
to.
Me, I dey see my own like a layman. So somebody call to say something about this case of this tomato company with this woman.
Risco, Abina Rico.
Yeah, that man is lucky. He's lucky that there's no more NAFDAC. When was the last time we heard something about NAFDAC? He's very, very lucky. Not Dora Akunyelu. That company, they will close it. I'm Igbo man, but that company, I will close it because whenever you open internet, every day now, you will see thousands of Nigerians begging money for kidney. Even the one that dropped tears in my eyes was 3 days ago. There's one guy in Enugu, they call him Okulora. When I was in Germany, he came to us that time. You know, we invited him. He was with us. You know, so yeah. So 7-year-old kid from his program yesterday, he said the guy died, and there's another one also. They contributed money 50 million. You know, that one died also. And no government has ever asked, what's the cause of these kidney issues now? What are they? Because 7-year-old kid, he's not a drunkard. He's not a smoker. So either is the climate, like the smokes in the climate, dust, bad roads, everywhere is dusty, and Capri-Sun, Indomine, all this Risco and so, all those guys. And coupled with this beta, Alamo beta, everybody's opening beta. Although all this one, I saw one upcoming beta company in flat, 3 rooms apartment. How can you open such a hygienic drink or maybe food in three bedroom apartments?
Unsafe.
This is what they did to our schools. This is what they use a private school to destroy all the normal school all of us went through, like government schools. They use private school. In those days, when you go to our primary schools and secondary school, normal when like 80s, you will see a very big classroom. You will see field, playing ground, but this time around, private school, it's only 3-story building. There you will get up to 1 elementary 6, and later they started adding secondary school into it. That's where they destroy our educational system. But that one is by the way. When you want, I'm talking about security. I noticed something, you know, with the security of Nigeria. But when my father was alive, you know, he told me a story before you can get into police in Nigeria. A chief in your village must write a letter to government that they knows this person. That's a letter of recognition. And this is what gave Buhari used to go into army, because he never showed anything those days. So the system, they killed the system. Anybody can come in police, anybody can come army, anybody can be anything. Security, you know, security, that one, they killed it already. So security cannot work again in Nigeria. And you cannot remove all these people. Where will you start to remove all? There are many. Where will you start to remove them? It's just like putting a 2 cups of gari and put 3 cups of sand inside it. How will you separate these people? And most of them coming into this work, they are not coming into this work to serve. They are coming in to enrich themselves.
See, that's another thing. Normally, when people take up the job, it's because they love the job, okay, and they want to make impact.
Yeah.
When people go and join police in this country, they are joining the police because, one, they may have a family of, they may have a family members or older generation that have been members of police force in that community, or they may have history of providing security in that community, or somebody who lost a member of their family to criminal gang. They decided to enter a crime in I'm going to join police force. In Nigeria,
but now it's not like that.
Police,
for me,
go on, Baba.
Me as an example, I love military. I did, they call it National Cadet Force. That was 1989, 1990. I was there for why I left them because of mutiny. They did mutiny. This National Cadet Force was what Bangida turned to National Guide.
Right.
Those days. So I love military. I wrote military school exam. I passed the exam. They gave me interview. They brought letter of interview for me. My name was number 7. Getting to the interview center, my father took shower, everything around 6 o'clock in the morning. When we got there, number 7. I can never change this thing. Everyone that knows me, that is hearing my voice now, I've said this story to many people. My name was changed from one issue from that number 7. That's why I did not go for that interview in Amide Ababa, Enugu. They changed it. That's how I lost this military of a thing. I did not go again. Zaria, I did not go again.
Had passion for that. You wanted to be a soldier, yeah?
Passion. Yes. So now the integrity of being a military man in Nigeria is dead.
It's gone now.
So let me come to North. You know, you remember. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in this.
Go on.
You remember when this hunger issue and this Tinubu relocation strategy came on board? There are so many attacks in Yoruba land. Even 3 chiefs were killed. You know, there was a lot of panic everywhere. I'm suspecting,
because you see what you just did now is that you are calling our attention to something among other things that we thought we noticed, right? That if we look at this and then when this and that happened, right? This couldn't be a coincidence. I want to hear more, Baba. Continue.
So during this time, I noticed that the Metiala launched their own security outfit in Zamfara. That they call it a fly Nasarawa. Sorry, they call it a flying of kites. They want to know where Tinubu is going because their strategy with Tinubu to Yaradua failed. So they now push that one. Then immediately Tinubu, as a criminal he is, he now fronted Igbo, gave him pardon to come to do the burial. But for me, Igbo should be very, very careful because let them not use him so much because he used Igbo to scare that thing that is coming to Yoruba land because they want to use it to threaten him. If you remember, there's a lot of threat coming that time from them, but the threat has reduced.
It has now.
Those threats has reduced. And Igbo who came, it's only a government-backed civilian. We open up and say, I don't want to see Fulani here again. This Igbo repeated the comment. The army now says something. He piped low a little bit. Now the threat from the north has reduced against Tinubu based on terrorism.
Threat from them. If you say it has reduced, you are right. But temporarily, temporarily.
Why I say it has reduced because they came and be picking the top men, not even the normal people again. And whenever they destroy a king or whatever, you have defeated that. Not even destroy, you defeated that community because for you to remove a king, you know what it takes to come close to a king. You have that is division.
The place you are actually like declaring a war.
First of all, that area must be. They will suffer to get another person to replace him. So that place before they get it, you will see a lot of people that were only coming there to benefit or do bad thing will come. Then the righteous person has gone. If that person is honest, the one they removed. So that one, I like what people did that place by using Sunday Bohu to stop that nonsense. Because by now they could have been killing them and be going. Because you see, all of them went to security meeting. Coming back, they're gone. Or a lot of those people they killed. So one guy said about 3 major ethnics of Nigeria. I want want to tell that guy that Nigeria is no more Igbo and Yoruba and Hausa. Let us not deceive ourselves in that issue. Nigeria is now more than 20 people, 100 itself. We will share Nigeria very well.
Possibly going to emerge from this whole thing if the conversation starts. You're right. Gone are the days
because
when
that
we used
issue
to
of
use that Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, not anymore.
No. Wazobia is gone. Wazobia is gone. Because he is from Benin. He's Midwest.
It's Midwest.
Maybe he will not like to judge Igbo. He will not like to judge.
People should know this. Hang on. People should know this, right? In the history of Nigeria, starting from when Flora Shaw gave Nigeria that name, and then it got to a point where you have 1914, the amalgamation, North and South, as well as 1922, was that not clear for the constitution that allowed people to participate in election for the first time in that contraption?
Yes.
Now, after 1922, they have started kind of creating administrative blocks all over the place, the colonialists. But it was only the first time where a region was created in Nigeria by the people that are part of that Nigeria, or that place called Nigeria, was when they created the Midwest. Okay, that was the time that people actually said they don't want to be part of the North. They did not want to be part of the East. They did not want to be part of the West. They want to be on their own. And they conducted a plebiscite, a referendum, and they gave it to them. That created them. Now, this is 2024, okay? Nearly 64 years after that independence, there are more nations that would rather be by themselves. We should stop this idea of Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba anymore.
This Wazobia era is gone. Wazobia era has gone. So people should not say because the Fulani system of government have made everybody to wake up now. So even the people that you think that they are minority, nobody is saying that he's minority now in Nigeria. So Nigeria, nobody should be using that one anymore. For me, I don't even believe in that one. And this is a state of origin. That's another very dangerous weapon they are using against us. Like when I was in Germany, when you go there, I wanted to come back 2021 because I used to go to Nigeria every year. I want to go and make a new card for myself to travel. Immigration officer, I called him. That's what I call merit. I call immigration officer. I say, I'm going, I'm at my paper. What I wanted to take since. He said he's coming out this day. I don't know what is going on. I've already bought my ticket. She now asked me, when is your ticket? I said, look at the day of my ticket. She now said, can you come in the morning? So time. I said, madam, I cannot come because of my work. She now said, please, can you come? Do you know I went to immigration office? This girl came down. They don't do this. She came down and gave me the paper, white paper I used to travel and come back. That is in Nigeria, you cannot get it. You cannot calculate any time going to local government or talkless of going to state government or to go and meet. If you want to meet any mayor of any state where you are in abroad, you will just feel that you're coming. Once they allow you to come, you come and see him, discuss whatever you want to discuss with him. But in Nigeria, just forget about that merit issue. Because this state,
they still have to make you kind of always beg. Because to them, if you don't beg for that thing, you won't know the value. Like, why? Why do we have to suffer for something before we know the value?
That is the power of state. That is the power of state of origin. Any place you go, if you don't see your own person, you cannot speak Yoruba with him. You cannot speak Igbo with him. You cannot speak Hausa with him. Then forget it. Any place you go, they just that's so. Let me just 1 minute. Sorry, issue of Aba. Let them not rejoice so much in Aba. Let them not rejoice so much. You saw what happened in Niger. After this guy took Expo from P2B in that conference, then Tinubu immediately called him immediately. He went there and bowed. So forth, they sent him to Lagos to go and make contract, to go and finish to go and do live contract with their grains, because he said he will supply to Nigeria. And Tinubu, they took Expo. Why can't these people admit that they don't know anything to do about government and call people that are competent? It has nothing to do with Yoruba or whatever, because P2B told them, if you can bring Osibanjo or any other person, why this man from Yoruba land? So So Alicia, that's why I come to issue of Abba. They should not rejoice so much or promote that man so much. They should remember that his federal government is the one supplying the gas.
And they can still sabotage them.
And two, for them to, if you watch crime, if you are watching crime, this thing in you will notice that the count of body language so much. Go and check the video where Shetima was cutting the ribbon. He wasn't happy cutting that ribbon. So they can stop the supply. And once they stop the gas supply, the 24 hours light will off. Because
OT media to write all the rubbish that would then make it look like, we know them. We know the drill.
Yes. Unless OC is disgracing all the governors. And the federal government will push them to go. Even the Igbo governors will go against Alex very soon. So they should go low key.
Important to them is next election anyway, so they will do everything.
Next election. Thank you so much, Maiyegun.
Keep on your work. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you are a
wonderful person. Thank you. Yeah.
So I have another caller. Even though it does seem that it's easier to join us on the afternoon program, it's also becoming tense. So I'm going to begin to ask my friends to please reduce their talking time, because it's like more people really want to be part of it now. And it's incredible. Here is Prince Jejeman representing IPOB.
IPOB for life.
Prince Jejeman, how are you?
Baba, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm surviving. Thanks for asking.
Well done, Baba.
Thank you.
I thank God my patience pay off this afternoon.
I saw you there rolling on for the past 1 hour. I was like, oh, look at him. I don't know how long it's going to be. But you are still here anyway, so go for it.
Baba, you're a special one,
Thank you.
Honestly.
We all are, aren't we?
You see, I said I will call today because of this Agboro woman from Lagos.
Remi Teresa Mendoza, Abuja. Go on.
You see, Baba, that woman, one thing I want to remind her is this: that the Buhari imposter and the dead one is still alive. And they said that any attack on Boko Haram, any killing of Boko Haram is a war against the North. I want to remind her. Okay? Because she's replying them. They said they wanted his head. Her head. The other day, one of their
they declare fatwa.
Because that is gain of Muslim tickets. Okay, so they declared that they did her head for fatwa. Okay, so one thing I want them to know, you see, or to remind her husband, is that the military of Nigeria is still recruiting the repentant Boko Haram. The Boko Haram, they say that they are going to give capital punishment on.
They are still recruiting them.
They are still recruiting them in the army. The one that the Boko Haram in the army is still recruiting the one that is declaring capital punishment against. And at the same time, I want to remind her that Boko Haram is the VP, Nigerian VP.
Yes, now Sheikh Shetima.
Okay. So all this, maybe she never calculate, never do plus or minus before she give that press statement.
Bring back our children. So, make them bring back our children.
You see, the thing that is there. I want to say, the soul of the children, the innocent children that they killed, may their soul rest in peace. Okay. This thing that is happening in the north, Baba, it will soon get to the south. You see this one, you are saying the other day, look like saying a play. Because when you pour kerosene on the ground or on the cloth, it will start to spread small. Before you know it, all the whole cloth. It's a small portion that you pour that kerosene on. All the whole cloth will spread of kerosene. That's how it's going to be.
That's how it is.
So they are trying to pretend, they are trying to patch. The earlier, the better. They divide in Nigeria, break up this shithole, and let everybody defend their borders. The terrorist is already everywhere. They are in Abuja, there is in Lagos, and they are trading and buying with everybody. You understand? This is the thing that they don't know. The earlier you break this thing up and they let everybody defend their border, you will know Yoruba know Yoruba, Igbo knows who is Igbo.
That's right.
Hausa knows who is Hausa, Fulani knows who is Fulani. It's very, very easy to solve. Even in the Bible, God said to the Lot, that is herdsman in the Bible, when he started fighting with Abraham, that is a farmer. God told them, advised them to separate their land, go this side, this one go this side. And that's how their trouble, that's how their quarrel ended.
They have peace, of course.
Yes, all the ones that with their cow, they went to one side, Lot, they went to one side. And even Abraham, to make peace so rain, he gave them Sandisa forest. They go, that land is so very big. He enter Chad. Take all of them. You can farm there. You can every grass you want. You can plant it there.
That's right.
Leave us. We're there for small south. That's what Abraham told Lot, and they divide. Everybody get peace. Is there if God can give a human being that wisdom, to use as a template? Why are we want to kill ourselves under this Nigeria? One Nigeria that every country that they gave name like dog have changed their name. It's only Nigeria that still retain this name that means darkness, name that means nigger, the name that brings make sure that the electricity will never work. Our children will come and meet us and will be shouting up NEPA.
Imagine.
You understand? So I just want to remind Remi Werekpe, the Aburo woman of Lagos, that want the so-called Oribo. You understand? So let her know that what is she's treading on. No, you understand? If he's saying that capital punishment, even in the constitution of Nigeria, they've already declared that capital punishment since 1960. You see there, but nobody is using it. Okay? So if he's declaring, let you know that it's war. He's declaring against the North. So, Baba, thank you very much. I just make a remind them in case they are dreaming.
You do. You see, you do well.
Is Biafra or Biafra or Biafra? We are not shaking.
The first option Biafra, second option Biafra, and the third one is also
give
Biafra.
Us a day of the referendum.
God bless you. Take it easy.
God bless you, Maiyegun.
Thank you so much, Prince Jejeman. That's Prince Jejeman, ladies and gentlemen. I've got Brevat on the line here. Hello.
Hello, General.
Hello.
Good morning.
The African Wahala. Is that you, bro?
Yes. It's me, brother.
How are you this morning?
Yes, sir. I'm doing very well. I'm very, very good. I'm just happy to be a part of the show.
Thank you.
I have been listening. I came in a little bit late. But once I joined the show, I've been listening for the most part. I missed the earlier part when you were talking about Remi Tinubu and her declaring death on terrorists.
That's right.
But was that exactly what happened?
She called them cowards.
She declared.
Yeah, she said they are cowards.
Oh.
Taking children. Why are they taking children? You know, like, why are they taking women? That's not fair. They're cowards, so they deserve capital punishment. That was what she said.
Okay, interesting. I agree with her. I mean, a broken clock can be correct, even if it's
That's right.
2 times a day. So I agree with that assertion. Those terrorists deserve no mercy, but she is also one of the terrorists, unfortunately.
Tell me about it.
You know, yeah, she is. She's a female terrorist. You know, I know people don't see them in that light. You just see them as thieves. But me, I see them as the most evil people in the world. They are on the same level as the Fulani
terrorism to fester. So go on, Baba.
Yes. And, you know, part of their people in their terror squad, mostly knew Akin Sawyer, MC Oluomo, That video that you shared with us yesterday, where he was distributing vehicles to police officers, I mean, it's one of the evidences that shows how ridiculously dysfunctional. This is a rebel. This country is like, my brother. Do you remember during the Liberia Sierra Leone civil war, and they had those child rebels that were groomed by soldiers, Charles Taylor? He had all these rebels that were hacking people to death. In my opinion, that level of rebellion by those rebels, that is exactly what Nigeria as an entity represents in the global affairs. Because how can a country take every single aspect of a failed state where the check and balance is no longer existing, criminals are in power, literally drug dealers are the president, governors, murderers and terrorists are the ministers and senators, kleptomaniacs, documented kleptomaniacs are the ones that write laws in the country. And then common thugs, common criminals. Like 20 years ago, we already knew about people like Oluwero. And we saw them like, man, this is just done. And I will. But today, he's about to
become part and parcel of the establishment as non-state
yeah.
are so powerful. I don't think we saw that. Unfortunately, those
we didn't see this coming.
have helped us prevent it. But here we are.
Yeah, we are here now. We never saw that coming. I mean, I don't even need to explain how ridiculous it is for a thug and a criminal to be distributing vehicles to police officers. That makes it impossible for the police to hold them accountable. See? It's already so. That's the Nigerian system. And I hope,
in Ilaro, Prince, in Ilaro, where the chief smuggler, what do you call
Dende?
Dende.
Dende.
The chief IBD Dende, right? They said that the custom officials operating in that axis, they have their special rooms dedicated for them. They're reserved for them in that hotel. Like you now want to see as an informant, right? Oh, hello, custom. Hello, custom. I have an information about some people smuggling gun and drugs. And the name of their leader is IBD Dende. I know where they are going to, where they are passing. In fact, I know where they are keeping everything. When can I come and show you the information? Now your dead body, they go see the following day. Because what? You are trying to report. They are the ones who are going to receive your reports.
Yes.
That's how bad Nigeria has become.
And that is Nigeria. This little microcosm of IBD Dende that you just described, that is exactly how it is across the board in Nigeria.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
You know? So finally, so I can let other people talk. To the older people of the older generation, our uncles and aunties, daddies and mummies in your 65s, 70s, 75s, you know, a lot of you were angry with us, you know, during last election. You started spewing all this tribal nonsense. I hope you guys can clearly see what you contributed to create it, because 20 years ago, I'm sure you guys, when you were in your 50s, you saw people like MC Oluwero as a common Agbero. But today, now that you guys, your pensions are not paid, so many of you are actually poor. Some of you, you've burnt the bridges with your children, so they no longer talk to you. Now you have to go and beg people like MC Oluwero for you to feed yourself 3 times a day. It's so sad, but that's what the Nigerian system is.
It is very
so
sad.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Please, viewers, click on the like button, please. Let's raise that like up. Thank you so much.
The African Wahala. Bless you, Baba. That's the Prince Adewale, our owner, the African Wahala. So my time is almost up, okay? And there is something about this this office that I need to tell you, my friends, so that when you begin to see the effect on me, you won't have to be worried. I figure out that when I get into this office, right, I feel so comfy that I just tend to enjoy just going to sleep, like taking a nap. That's not really good. And most of the time, when I come out of from that nap, I feel refreshed. I feel energized. But somehow, I still have all these eyes swollen, like I should have continued that sleep. So I just want you to know that, okay? I may crawl out of that my couch there and just come straight and present, and you will be like, "Where are you coming from?" Nowhere else, just the studio. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I know some of you are still calling. And indeed, we were supposed to have it for maybe 3-4 hours, okay? But again, we will stop now. Go get ready for the evening. If we are going to have one, remember you need to look out. If we're going to be live in the evening, which I hope we are, okay? Just look around and see if there is any upcoming program by 7 p.m. UK time. That will tell you that, yeah, Maiyegun is coming on. After this, you can watch my replay, the replay from all we did yesterday. And thank you so much. While we send, we send love and, gratefulness to God Almighty and those who believe in God. And those who don't as well, you can send yours. Send yours to the universe. We are grateful for all the women in our lives, starting with our girls, our kids, our little girls, and then to our women, our sisters, our nieces, our nephews, and then all over the place like that. People we care for, people we love, people we cherish, people we will possibly bleed for if we have to. People you love. So today you remember them and you remind yourself of how blessed you are to have them in your life. Get a flower for that beautiful woman in your life. Show some appreciation, okay? And then as for the girls, give them some cuddle to show how grateful you are to have them in your life. I encourage you to, while you are doing all of that, just remember that there are those who are going through terrible life experience right now. If we use that of Nigeria, before we get to the part where women are being used as their war, their war trophies in Nigeria, the jihadists are kidnapping women, including girls, raping them, right, and forcing them into motherhood, so to say. There is no help for them. There's no anyone coming to defend or to help them, per se. There are other women who are facing more war in their domestic, call them domestic violence. There are women. You have neighbors that is being beaten by her husband every now and then. You believe that there's nothing you can do because nobody can really get in between the husband and the wife. There is more you can do. Talk to them. I'm not asking you to become you don't really have to be a human rights fighter for them. When you see all of this, they are part of what has contributed to the society we are, where empathy, love, care become something so rare that it seems to be a luxury today. So we need to show care. We need to show empathy. We need to show concern. Do not be indifferent to things going on around you. There are those of you who have neighbors, who have children as house helps that have been enslaved, denied the dignity that comes with being human. A lot of you are seeing horrible things happening, but yours are so protected that since it's not crossing over to your space, it's none of your business. All these things that we see and ignore, they are part of the reasons why our society is what it is today. Trust me, we can make a difference. Days like this are for you to remember that if it's working for you, if you are so happy, you see your girls and so happy and proud, there are those indeed. There are those indeed that requires attention. They requires help. You may be saving a life. Stop looking away. When you see anybody that is being subjected to an inhuman treatment that has become, almost like the norm, do not look away. I'm not saying that women are too weak to fight for themselves or women are too vulnerable to defend themselves. Of course, there are women, there are girls that are really vulnerable because of their age and all that, okay? But when you see the, the violence unleashed on women, the psychological violence unleashed on them, and you are aware, do not normalize it. Please speak out. And to those of you who have been pushed, somehow a lot of us have given reasons why we have been hostile to women and girls, that we were provoked. Oh, we are loving husband, loving partners, most especially when our egos are not being bruised. The way she speaks, I have mine, okay? I'm a temperamental person, okay? And the only time I feel so bad is when I actually shouted at Agbeke. And I do not just shout at her. You know, yeah, get provoked and all of that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Will you? No, but just like normal, couple stuff, right? That most of the time I feel bad. I just feel like that's not me. I don't like that. Why did you have to make me do that? But I work more on myself. Okay, working more on myself means that no matter how angry I am, there are some things I can't say, because some of you believe that you could talk. Some of us believe that the only way you can see an abuse is when you physically abuse somebody. There are other ways you can actually abuse people without physically touching them. A lot of us know this, and we use that. Since there is no mark, there is no wound, there is no physical injury, then you are not what she said you are. Psychologically, you are eating that deep. All of this, when you get days like this, just remember you have a sister. If you do have a mom, right? Or you do have a girl, a daughter. So the way you would like them to be treated, treat that lovely woman in your life. And also, I've been kind of like fair with that now, right? These are just reminders to tell us that we can be better than what we are yesterday. And if by any means we can make the life of somebody better, let's do it. Because you see, you may not be able to change the world, but you can actually change the world of one person. And that's enough. Okay? We don't have to change the world. You can change the world of that one person. And that could be the person you profess love to. This is the time for us to work on all of that. So, happy Women's International Women's Day to all of you, our ladies. I will see you some other time, okay? Let everybody take it easy. I'll see you later. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Maiyegun dayari political. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun àmì.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun àmì.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun àmì.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun àmì.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun àmì.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.